Observe that in this problem you have a curve and you have a line intersecting the curve, and the points of intersection are joined to the origin. So the concept is nothing but homogenization. So we homogenize the curve with the help of the line. From the line I write y minus mx by 2 equal to 1. So homogenizing, you have x square plus y square is equal to y minus mx by 2 whole square. Now, because the lines are at right angles, we know that coefficient of x square plus coefficient of y square equal to 0 in this. So writing coefficients of x square and y square, their sum, I have 1 plus 1 on the right hand side, left hand side, and on the right hand side coefficient of y square, that's 1 by 4, coefficient of x square m square by 4. So that is what you get, and from this I have m square is equal to 7. Let's go to next problem. Okay, in this problem I am applying the formula here, that is nothing but a bar dot c bar into b bar minus a bar dot b bar into c bar equal to 1 by root 2 b bar plus 1 by root 2 c bar I have. Now, as I said that no two of them are parallel, so b bar and c bar are not parallel, therefore corresponding coefficients I can equate. I'll get a bar dot c bar, the coefficients of b bar on both the sides, a bar dot c bar is equal to 1 by root 2. Similarly, a bar dot b bar is equal to minus 1 by root 2. Now it is given that the vectors are unit vectors. So if I apply the dot product formula, mod a bar into mod b bar into cos of angle between them, we called it as x. Cos x is equal to 1 by root 2. Similarly here, mod a bar into mod b bar into cos y is equal to minus 1 by root 2. So from this we observe that x is 1 pi by 4 and here y is 3 pi by 4. Therefore option C is the answer. Let's go to next problem. Now this is a pretty obvious one. We know that if I have a triangle ABC, AB bar is given to be C bar, BC bar is given to be A bar, and CA bar is given to be B bar. Then we know that if you go for the vector areas, it is obviously this one. So obvious from the theory. Let's go to next problem. In this problem, observe that RHS is an integer. Integral part, integral part. Therefore, it is an integer. Therefore, LHS must be an integer for the equation to have a solution. We know that the integral values sin x can take are minus 1, 0, 1. But you can observe one more point, that this is always greater than or equal to 0. This inside quantity is always greater than or equal to 0. Therefore, you cannot have LHS as minus 1 if it is a solution. Now, let us take cases. LHS is 0. So, LHS can take only these two values. LHS sin x. So, if LHS is 0, that is sin x equal to 0, then you can see that RHS, the first part itself is 1 plus the second part. Therefore, it's not possible to have a solution because 1 plus something greater than or equal to 0 you are going to add. So that cannot be 0, which is on the left hand side. Therefore, sin x cannot take 0. Now let's go for sin x equal to minus 1, LHS. If I give sin x is equal to minus 1, then you can see that RHS, it will be 2 plus something more than 0. So once again, not possible. You cannot have such a case. Therefore, we observe that the equation has no solution. Let's go to next problem. Now in this problem, we want distance of the point 2 comma 1 from the line 3x plus 4y plus 5 is equal to 0 measured parallel to the line 2x minus y plus 6 is equal to 0. So basically we consider this line parallel to this. Therefore this line is nothing but 2x minus y is equal to 4 minus 1 3. And now if I call this point as P and this point as Q, we just need the distance PQ. For that solve these two for the value of Q and then find distance between them. Solving, you get this point Q as 7 by 11 comma minus 19 by 11. Now you apply distance between the points formula, you will get your answer. Let's go to next problem.